morning, everyone. I welcome you all for today's event. Hope you are keeping safe at your home. First of all, happy Mother's Day to everyone present here. During these tough times, our mothers have kept the family together and safe. They are our true warriors. So, today on a Sunday morning, we are all here as a family for an hour of positivity and awareness. To conduct the workshop, we have an expert, Miss Sanjana from Nikaya Wellness, a yoga studio based out of Bangalore. Sanjana is a certified Hatha yoga teacher. Her practice and teaching focuses on building physical, mental strength, and flexibility by connecting with your body and breath. She has been a practitioner since 2013 and a facilitator of the practice since 2016. On the behalf of the entire JD family, I welcome you, Ms. Sanjana. I would also like to extend my warm welcome to all the participants present here today. Without any further delay, I will now hand over the platform to Ms. Sanjana, requesting all of you to stay through the event and use this opportunity to learn some key tips from her for a better physical, mental, and spiritual health system. If you have any queries while the workshop is going on, please put it down in the chat box. We shall take it at the end of the workshop. Over to you, Ms. Sanjana.
Morning, everyone. My name is Sanjana. I'm a yoga teacher. I have been, as she mentioned, teaching from 2016, have been practicing for a few years before that as well. I'll quickly tell you a little bit about what we will do today. What we're going to start with today is a very, very simple basic practice. We're going to do a few pranayama practices, about one or two pranayama practices. Very simple, which you can incorporate in your daily life. Very, very simple movement techniques to kind of get you guys going. It'll be a de-stress relaxation practice, okay? So nothing intense. You can sit on a chair comfortably. If anybody has any issues, if an older parent is practicing with you, any of those things, no problem. Anyone's dealing with injuries and all of that, you have to be very, very careful. So though I'm not doing anything intense, but if anything feels like it's not comfortable for you, just avoid it, okay? That's not a problem at all. Just completely avoid that. So yeah, so that'll be the practice session for today. Super simple, easy, relaxed practice. We'll be doing about a 30 to 35-minute simple practice. So for that, if you could switch on your videos, that would be great. I know I'm going to mention this a couple of times just to motivate people to do that, because it really, really is going to help me connect with you better. I'm going to tell you quickly a little bit about my practice, what I have done. I started yoga way back in 2011, just very, very randomly, just went to a class. And then I was super young at that point of time as well. Just to kind of see what it has. I was really, really attracted to the practice from day one. But then I was working, I had my job and, all of those things. So I didn't really take it further. And for about 2.5 years after that also, I was just kind of, I did one class here and there. And then finally, from 2013, I did my first teacher training course and I started becoming a little more serious about my practice. And then after a few years after practice is when I started teaching. My teacher is in Mysore. I studied under Bharat Shetty and I go to Mysore every year for about a month to kind of just replenish, learn and, just kind of recharge myself. How the practice has helped me, if I can give a very, very recent thing, is I was actually tested positive last month. And I had very, very mild symptoms, obviously being young health, but I really feel like the practice is what has really, really helped me. I was working from day 3 of testing positive. I was doing classes, I was doing everything. The practice has really, really helped me with that. It's not an over-the-counter solution. The practice, you need years of dedicated practice to actually gain health. Like now, I know everyone's jumping on this bandwagon of I want to do pranayama, I want to do yoga. It's going to help me in COVID. No, it's not really going to do that. It has to start. Like it's years, it's 7 years of practice for me that has helped me. So start young, very, very important. I started at like 22, 23 and I still feel that was late for me. I still feel like I should have started younger. So start now, encourage people around you to start. There are many forms, especially if you're younger, most people have this perception that yoga is boring. It is slow, that's a perception that can totally change when you go to an intermediate level class or, do a proper hatha class. It will really change. It's not slow. it does build strength, it does work on losing weight, all of those things. But more than anything else, it will eventually get to a point where it will help in your focus on your mental health, and that will happen. You won't even have to try it, it'll just happen. Like, people are always like, what do I eat, how do I change my diet? The more aware you become, the more you start taking care of yourself physically, what will happen is it'll just translate into your life. Like, you'll be like, okay, you know what, I'm working so hard, so I'm going to make sure I'm eating well. Like, it will not become like an effort. So that's something small I can quickly tell you if you guys are focusing towards that. Health and wellness, now we know today, is so important. Like, and yoga is one practice that anybody can do. Even if you're bedridden, I can give you something that will help you, right? It's so versatile. The practice is so versatile. From bedridden to building muscles to building strength, everything. It will do everything for you. So I would encourage you guys to take something, a little bit out of the practice today. Help people around you understand, encourage them to start, because if you start today, it'll really, like, it's the right time to start was definitely yesterday, but if not, at least today, right? Like, let's start today. So let's start off. Close your eyes, settle down, and let's just take a couple of minutes here to connect with the body, to connect with the breath. Close your eyes, settle down. And slowly take your awareness from your feet all the way to the top of your head. Just observing how the body is feeling right now. And from here, very slowly starting to take your awareness to your breath. Just observing your natural breathing pattern. You're not changing the breath in any way. Just observe an easy breath moving in. 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just slowly resuming regular breathing. Gently bring your palms to the heart center. We'll start the class with 3 rounds of Om. Take a nice long breath in, inhale. Gently take your hands back, exhale all the way forward. Inhale and out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 1 round the back, chin to the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. From here, slowly tuck the toes in, sit back. And we hold here 10 deep breaths here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Just gently tap the feet out. From here, extend the left hand out. Take the right hand from under. Drop the head down. Look over the left armpit. Breathe here. Left arm is extended out, right hand goes from under. Right side of my head, my right cheek is down on the floor. 7. Eyes closed. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Take the hands behind, left hand behind, press into your palm, come up. And extend the right arm out. Change. Breathe here. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Gently press into your palms, come on up from here. Anahata. Extend the arms out, drop the chest down. Working a little bit on the upper back, the shoulders. Deep breaths. 10. 5. 4. Very nice. From here, slowly press into your palms, come all the way down on your belly and on your elbows. We're going to move into something called the Sphinx pose. It's a great way to just release stiffness from your lower back. Elbows right below the shoulders and eyes closed. Easy breaths in and out here. Five more breaths here. 5. 4. Deep breaths. 3. 2. 1. Very nice. And slowly release. Gently place the palms near the chest. Push yourself up and back into something called Child's Pose or Balasana. Hips drop into your heels, arms extend out. If you can, drop the forehead down. Keep extending your arms out. Just find a nice length in your spine. Very nice. From here, slowly press into your palms, come on up. Very nice. From here, take that right leg all the way forward. On the outside of your right arm, both my hands on the inside of my foot and just dropping the hip, working on stretching a little bit of our hips here. Place both the palms on the inside of your right leg. Right leg comes all the way forward towards the front of the mat. Eyes closed, nice, easy opening around the hip region. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Very nice. Slowly take that right leg back and left leg all the way forward. On the outside of your left palm. Very nice. Put the hands go down on the inside of the foot and the hip sinks down. Breathe here. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Slowly take that leg back. Gently come back to a cross-legged posture. We move into a couple of seated postures now. Moving into Baddha Konasana, bring the soles of your feet together. So if this already feels like it's a bit too much for you, just stay here. The others, take a nice long breath in as you exhale, fold forward. So only as far as you feel comfortable, don't overdo it. Once you're down, drop the head and neck and breathe here. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Keep that right leg nice and active, toes facing up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Release. Let's change side. Bring that right leg in, left leg extends out, toes facing up. Left hand on the inside of the left leg, right hand up again. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice long breath, and as you exhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up. Inhale down. We're going to do a few rounds of this. Exhale. Inhale down. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, move around, exhale, and let's hold here. Breathe everyone. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Slowly release the hips. Just observing the sensations in your back and your legs. And slowly bend both the knees, hug the knees into your chest. Slowly move side to side. Slowly come back to the center, extend both the legs up, hands to the sides of the body, and let's hold here. Breathe. 10. Again, a very simple way to work the abdomen, your core muscles. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And release. Very nice. Gently bend both the knees, feet down, and let's move on to one more round of Setu Bandhasan. Just lift the hips, close your eyes. Easy breaths here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Very nice. Relax the spine, just observe the sensations around the spine. From here, gently extend the left leg out, hug that right knee into your chest. Moving to spinal twist, we're going to extend the right arm out, take that right leg all the way over towards the left side. Try and drop that right shoulder down, look over to the right side if you feel comfortable. Easy spinal twist. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's change sides. Hug the left knee into your chest and twist. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Very nice, everyone. We'll move on to a quick breathing technique and then we'll finish off with Shavasana. We're doing something called a full yogic breathing. So I want you to place one palm on the belly, one palm on the chest. And we're going to focus on a few rounds of just deep, full breaths in and out, post which we will settle into Shavasana to end the practice. Close your eyes, relax the shoulders, relax the arms, one palm on the belly, one palm on the chest. We'll do about 2 minutes of full yogic breathing. As you inhale, just imagine, just feel that entire chest and abdomen expanding. As you exhale, the chest and abdomen contract. After the next exhale breath, slowly release the hands and let's settle into Shavasana for a few minutes. Feet apart, hands to the side, eyes closed. Release and relax from your toes, your ankles, your heels. Relax the calves, backs of your knees. Release and relax your thighs, your hips. Gently relax the lower back, the mid back. Shoulders and shoulder blades relaxed. Relax the back of your neck, back of your head. There'll be a slight gap between your teeth. Relax the lower jaw. Just let the entire body sink and settle into the mat, completely relaxed. Slowly starting to bring your awareness back. Gently move your fingers, your toes. Head from side to side. Bring your feet together. Take your arms over your head. Give your body a nice long stretch. Gently release. Bend the knees down to the right. You just stay here comfortably for a few breaths. Relax. Very slowly press into your palms, come on up to a comfortable seated posture, eyes closed, observing the body, observing the breath, how it feels. We'll end with 3 rounds of Mahakara. Take a nice long breath and inhale. Tucking your chin to your chest, thanking your body for today's practice, thanking Mother Nature. Then you have your palms. And slowly transfer. Very slowly blink the eyes. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for practicing today. As she mentioned, Varsha mentioned, we're from Nikaya Wellness, and we do online classes now. We do have a beginner session if you're a complete beginner, which I take. We do have intermediate and advanced session. So if you guys are interested, you can write to us. I think Varsha can give you our contact details. If anybody has any questions, you can ask me.
Good morning, Ms. Sanjana.
Hi.
I just had one question. So, what is the time gap that we need to have between meal and doing yoga? Or, like, let's say, I mean, I know it's best advice to do it early in the morning, empty stomach. But otherwise, let's say, I mean, I woke up late or something like that. So, how do we manage that? What's the time gap?
Something light, as long as you're not feeling it heavy, like an hour, hour and a half. Like if you're just having a fruit,
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
A meal about 2.5 to 3 hours.
3 hours, is it? All right. Okay.
Two and
Thank
a
you.
half, to 3. Yeah, it depends on the heaviness of your meal.
Okay. 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 All right. All right. Thank you.
I wanted to ask, what is the minimum duration that we have to practice yoga every day?
I mean, see, so if you're doing just pranayama meditation practice, if you're starting with that, so at least start half an hour. I mean, if you're doing a class online, most will be 1 hour, so then that's taken care of. So you don't have to worry because you will start with a teacher, and most of it will be an hour at least.
Sanjana, we have a question here. While doing Kapalbhati, why back pain happens? Any specific reason for that?
Yes. So when you do Kapalbhati, you're engaging the abdomen. This is that lower region that you're engaging, right? You're forcefully exhaling. Forceful exhalation has happened. And if your back is not strong enough, which most of us don't have, we have very weak lower backs, your back will pain. So it's because of the weakness in the back muscles. So it's very, very important to first do strength training, strengthen the body, and then get into pranayama practices. There's a lot of just everyone just getting into pranayama and that help. There is a way to go. It's asana, then pranayama, according to yogic culture. First, you strengthen your body through asana practice. To be able to sit comfortably like this for 1 hour, to be able to do Kapalbhati without actually your back paining is where you need the asana practices. So I would definitely like if you're young, just don't worry about anything. Just do a hardcore physical practice. Get the body moving. You don't have to do anything else. That's the most important thing. How often should beginners practice yoga? 6 days a week at least. That's when. So what happens is when you start a practice, you start getting body pain. Not just yoga, any physical practice. When you do, your body develops soreness, and then you stop for 2 days, and then you start again, and then you stop for 2 days. But the only way to push to the soreness is to practice. So 6 days a week at least. While doing shoulder stand, wrist pain also. In shoulder stand, again, weakness. all of the aches and pains are weakness in the muscles. The muscles are not strong enough. So you have to gradually develop the muscles. In shoulder stand, Meghna, there is no weight on the wrists. The wrists are hurting, that means you're putting weight on the wrists. Ideally, shoulder stand needs to be done without your arms. If you want to, if you want me to show you, I can show it to you. But the wrist pain is because you're putting a lot of weight in your wrists, which you shouldn't be doing.
Sanjana, what is the difference between Ashtanga yoga and Hatha yoga? And as a beginner, which one should we start with?
Yeah. So Ashtanga yoga is so they're just different schools of practice. There are a few teachers which come from the lineage of the top teacher was Krishnamachari, and he had a few main teachers, and then they developed their own practices. So Ashtanga yoga was developed by Pattabhi Joyce, and it's basically a set of practices. So what Ashtangis do is there's like a chart literally, and you do exactly that sequence every day until you master it. So that's the sequence. The poses are the same in Hatha and Ashtanga. There is no difference in the poses, but Ashtanga is a set sequence, versus Hatha practice is, again, you can do the poses, but it's not set. It doesn't have to be this after this after this after this. You can just do the practice however you want to, basically. But most of the practices have a sequence. You start with standing, then you move to seated, then you move to inversions and things like that. But they're just different schools. Ashtanga is more for if you don't want to like put your head into thinking what I need to do every day. The set practices there, you just get on it, like switch off your mind and just do the practice, like focus on that practice. And Hatha is basically just doing different things in different combinations. 1 minute, I have a few questions. In menstruation, what are the practices we should do? Also, what's the Hatha and core yoga. Core yoga is a fancy name for the new thing. There is nothing called core yoga. Everything comes from Hatha yoga. Okay, everything comes from Hatha yoga. All the poses are the same. The base poses are the same. So whether you do power, Hatha, Bikram, there's like a lot of practices. The base is Hatha. There is nothing. Core yoga is just a new name basically, which focuses on the core, but there's nothing called core yoga traditionally. In menstruation, so if you have pain, like a lot of cramps, I would just request you to rest for day one. Just don't worry about pushing yourself to do anything. Otherwise, today what we did is a very simple practice that you can practice during menstruation. You can do a lot of breathing techniques to help with the pain. Breath is actually a very underutilized painkiller, literally. Like what happens is when you breathe deeply, the parasympathetic nervous system immediately comes into action, which gives the body the signal that it is rested, it is relaxed. So that kind of helps in pain management. So that can help. Deep breathing can really help. You should do Baddha Konasana again that we did. That all of those things are great. You shouldn't do inversions. There's a lot of debate also why you shouldn't and is it okay, is it not okay. But I feel like you should do what your body allows you to do. That's most important thing. But avoid inversions. Just a gentle practice for the first 2-3 days. Does really mind control the body? If so, how can we segregate body and mind as separate entity through yoga? Very, very, very interesting question. Yes. So I'll give you a very quick example of how mind controls the breath and body. Okay. So when you're agitated and when you're nervous or when you're crying, can you just notice your breath? It's very short. You're like this, right? You're gasping for breath. Immediately, the state of your mind has controlled your breath. It's a very, very short breath when you're agitated, frustrated, stressed. And see when you're like generally just calm, like, when your mind is calm, your breath is quite slow and normal. It's quite shallow. So this is the breath controlling, the mind controlling the breath, depending on the state of your mind. Now, pranayama practice, what it does is it uses the breath to control the mind. We're trying to reverse it. I want you to use your breath to control the mind. There is a lot of studies that have been on about these diseases, how it starts in the mind and then incorporates in the body. Right? There are lots and lots of papers and books written about that. So that is another aspect where the disease develops in your mind and then it becomes a part of your body. So that is also how your mind controls the body. Another thing I can tell you is people who have back issues, if you observe, back issues, acidity, all of these issues, if you observe, they always aggregate when you're stressed. When you're stressed, your acidity will come up, your back issues will come up. Any weak part of the body, So suddenly, how did the body realize that, oh, my back is hurting? No, it didn't. Your mind is stressed, and that's where it has immediately attacked that weak part. So that is another example of how the mind affects the body. Like immediately you're like stressed, so something will, like your acidity will come up, your back will start hurting. And these are very simple and very common things that happen. So it's easy to understand these examples. Through yoga, how we can do that? Through yoga, what we're doing is we are controlling the body, because mind you cannot control. It's impossible to control the mind. So we decide to work on something which is in our control, which is the body. So what happens with when you control the body is when you become physically stronger over time. I'm not saying this will happen tomorrow. Over time, at least what I've observed and the people around me who have practiced have observed is the minute you become physically stronger, mentally you tend to get stronger. It happens. So what we do in yoga is we just work on the body. Everything else is happening because of that. So you can't pinpoint what will happen, but what I would tell you is first start working on your body. So do a nice, strong physical practice. Start working on your breath. Mind will take care of itself. I hope that answers your question. Since I was doing Hatha Yoga from past 2 years, I didn't find any weight loss. So yeah, this is one big issue we all have, weight loss. So I would want you to focus instead so much on a weight loss. Instead of weight loss, focus on a strong body. Okay, so don't worry about how much weight you're losing. I know it sounds very I know it's very important and it sounds very thing, but I feel like you want to change your mindset from now. You don't want to do it many years later. Of course, staying lean, fit, all of that is great, and everybody wants that. But instead of focusing so much on the weight loss, start focusing on strong body. What will happen is that, like, instead of being like, oh, this plank is going to make me lose this much calories, no, can I make my plank 1 minute? Can I make my plank 2 minutes? What I just want you to switch from weight loss to strong body, that will take care of everything. So, the minute you have a stronger body, that will work by itself. Don't get into this whole weight loss thing. It's not going to get you anywhere. That's the only thing I can tell you. So just focus on a strong body instead. Okay. I know that does not answer your question, but like I have no advice and things on weight loss, unfortunately, because that's not the goal of yoga. That's not the practice. So that's why. So just focus on a strong body. It will take care of itself. Don't worry about it at all. Is Surya Namaskar good enough for an everyday practice, or we need? So Surya Namaskar is good to start off, and especially when you don't have time. Like if you have 15, 20 minutes, just do Surya Namaskar. It'll take care of everything. Strength, flexibility, all of that. And when you do find yourself like you have a bit more time, like you have 45 minutes to 1 hour, you start with Surya Namaskar and then you can add other things to your practice.
So, Sanjana, coming towards the end of the workshop, to be honest, it was really energizing, and I'm sure it was really helpful to everyone whosoever is present here today. I would genuinely like to thank Ms. Namrata, the founder of Nikaya Wellness, and you too, to accept our invitation and come here today and address this and have the workshop going on for the community. I'm sure it was really helpful. I would also like to thank the entire management of JD Institute of Fashion Technology to give us this platform where we are inviting different speakers, expect for such community events to happen. My sincere thanks to the PR team. I also like to thank the entire 3C team who is working hard for such events to happen. Last but not the least, I genuinely thank all the participants who are present here, and wishing you guys a really good health and hope you are safe, and will keep on hosting such events, and stay tuned. Thank you and happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day, and I hope you got something out of this, and hopefully, you guys will get into this path. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, Sanjana. Thank you.